Hey everyone, my name is James and welcome back to Chippy Gaming. So today, you join me on a slight detour of my journey through Terraria 1.4 Master Mode because I realized if I want to have a full playlist of all of the Master Mode bosses, well, I need to do the Brain of Cthulhu. So as I mentioned in the previous video, unfortunately, I did do the fight, my audio was corrupted, so here I am, redoing it again. But I would say going into this, it's not too hard of a fight. I mean, I feel like the Brain of Cthulhu is, I'd say it's pretty chill. I think maybe it's harder than the Eater of Worlds though. So I think what you would need going into this, if you were to have some tips, I would say anything piercing will go a long way because you've got a lot of creepers to destroy. So if you have something that can slice through them all at once, you're going to have a much better time. Like, for example, jester arrows are pretty good. You know, any kind of throwing weapon that pierces is pretty great. A few mage weapons pierce. So stick to stuff like that. I would say you'd have a better time if you do that. So let me go and destroy the third Orby boy. And we'll get into this. These spiders make my skin crawl. They're awful. You know, this is why I'm a corruption gang. Because I don't like spiders. They're awful. Right, here it is. Brain of Cthulhu. I really like the Brain of Cthulhu, even though I do like corruption more because it makes me more nostalgic. I think Crimson Brain of Cthulhu is pretty great. So what I'm doing now is just kind of, you know, just trying to stay alive, right? So it has this debuff where it will remove your ability to use items. Pretty great. So what I'm doing now is just trying to work my way through all the creepers. The creepers are like the Eater of Worlds for me as well, where basically if you can whittle them all down, your chances of surviving are going to be a lot higher because they all seem to just drop health. So you can get into a rough spot and then quickly get yourself out of it by just picking up some of the health that it drops. Now my big tip for this phase of the fight where it's teleporting around is to shift your focus away from the boss and actually onto the mini-map. Because even though there are fakes that appear when it starts to teleport a little bit more frequently, you will always see the real version on your mini-map. So just try and pay attention to that, look out for that. Because if you see me moving a little bit weird, it's because I'm actually looking at the map and not, you know, really looking at the screen. I'm just kind of assuming where it's going to be. Okay, so it's getting kind of low. It's so strange, that pet looks like it's a summon, because it keeps going over the boss. It's like, alright. You want a wormy boy as your summon, right? Okay. I got distracted looking at the pet and stopped looking at the mini-map. Don't do that. Alright, there we go. Nice. So, let's have a little look at this relic then. Here it is. Looks pretty amazing. So, this is actually the pet that you get. It's a 1 in 4 drop rate, 25%. And it's called the Brain in a Jar. Summons a spider brain. Yeah, it's as awful as it sounds. Pickled and shrunken, this brain can no longer hurt you. Have a look at that. It's awful, isn't it? It's literally the Terraria embodiment of that meme where it's like, great, thanks, I hate it. I love it and I hate it. It freaks me out, but I think it looks pretty great. So how does it move then? Do you know, if you were to fly away? Oh, look at that. Just kind of bobs around like a jellyfish. Even better. Yeah, I think Crimson fans are going to really love that. Because when I think of the Crimson, I think of two things. I think of the Brain of Cthulhu, and I think of spiders. So it's mashed it both together to make something truly horrific. Yeah, I love it. I think it's great. I think the same thing with all the Master Mode drops. I think they're all worth it because these pets are just so different than anything we've ever had before. They just look like they've got so much character to them. And I think that's ace. So real quick, because I know that console and mobile fans might be wondering about this. So this is actually the buff to the Brain of Confusion. There's been a bit of a meme going around about the Worm Scarf being better than the Brain of Confusion, because I think it is. So what they've done is, instead of nerfing the Worm Scarf, which they joked about, they buffed this one up. So it now has a chance to create illusions and dodge an attack. You temporarily increase critical strike chance after a dodge, and you may confuse nearby enemies after being struck. So, I don't know if I can get it to do its effect. Oh, there you go, yeah. It just kind of spins round. It looks pretty disorientating. And as you can see, I've given it confusion. Pretty great, right? It's a nice little buff. Right, so that's going to do it for today's video. Guys, be sure to give it a big fat thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Let me know, what's been your favorite Master Mode drop so far? So we've covered 4 on the channel so far. Which one's been your favorite? I have to say, Eye of Cthulhu is my favorite one. And then this one would be my second of the ones we've seen so far. So, if you're new around here, maybe consider clicking the subscribe button. Throughout the day, I'm going to have lots of videos just like this. And then even down the line, I'm going to be talking about Terraria for a very long time. I've been making Terraria videos now for over 9 years as of today. So, I don't think that's going to stop anytime soon. So, now's a good time to join the channel. Right, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.